Hey, this is Jimmy with Truck Builders and Chef Units. I'll be showing you around Sacramento Truck, a little tutorial on how things work. First, we're gonna start with the electricity. We wanna make sure that the breaker panels are all off, all the breaker. We wanna make sure that all the breakers are off on the breaker panel before we turn on the generator. Okay, so right here in the back of this truck, we have the Cummins generator. What you want to do is just lift up this little latch. It'll go all the way to the top. This is the generator. This is your AC breaker. In order to turn it on, you gotta make sure that it's on the on position. And what you want to do is just hold this where it says start / preheat. Hold it down, and it's on. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off. Up here, you got the manual, you got the instructions, you got the how much antifreeze and oil type 15W40. Okay, so here is the diesel only for the generator. Open the latch, lift it up, and you should see a little gauge right here that will tell you how much diesel it has, as well as the little diesel cap. Close this out like that. 1, 2, 3 is done. And over here, I got this 50 amp adapter. If you don't want to use the generator, you can easily connect to the building. 50 amp, 110 volts. So you can easily connect to a 110 volt extension cord, a regular extension cord, honestly. What you want to do is push it in, find it, push it in, and like at the same time, twist, lock it. And with this, just close it in. And it should be in tightly. Okay. So over here to the left, we have the panel switch. In order to turn the generator from inside, what you want to do is just press it, and it's on. Once it's on, what you want to do is turn on the breaker panels one by one. So you got the main, turn that on. You want to make sure that number 10 is a light, the cabin's light, and the interior lights, as well as if you want to turn anything else like the water pump, it says that as well. Water pump, TV outlets, outlet number 1, number 2, extractors, under counter refrigerators. Okay, so once you turn on the generator from this panel, you should give it a few seconds. It's charging, and once it gives the signal, it will instantly give power to all the outlets, all the like the awnings, the switches, the breaker panels, the water pump, the AC. So here to the right, this is a 6-gallon water heater. Over there to the left, you got the water pump with the water filter connected to the clean waterway water tank. Over here, you got the water filter. On this side, to the very left side of the sink, you will find the clean water tank. Over here to the left, you have the water heater and the water pump switch. Once you turn them on, you want to make sure that it's running perfectly. That's the water pump. If you want hot water, you got to make sure the water heater is on. So here to the left, you got your paper dispenser, you got the soap dispenser, and over here you got your micro monitor. If you press on the battery, it should tell you how much it has. It's full. The fresh water tank, it will tell you that it's 2/3. You got the water waste, it's empty. You got your regular, the gray is empty. On the near the door, you should see the water inlet. This is where you want to connect the hose and fill up the clean water tank. Over here to the right, you got your 3-inch water waste valve. So in order to access this, what you want to do is the same procedure. You twist it, open it, and you got this little valve stem at the bottom. You open that, and water should come out instantly. Okay, so on this side of the truck, you got your speakers, you got your TV, you got your concession window. Over here, you got your little table, exterior table. It will lock instantly the moment you raise it up. Over here to the left, you got your little storage area in case you want to put something in there, any products, appliances. On the left side of the truck, you got your propane, your undermount propane tank. So your regulator will be connected to this, but as of right now, we're trying to test out the appliances. We want to make sure that they're running correctly. Up here, you got your valve. So the moment that your undermount propane tank is full, and it's connected, what you want to do is turn the valve. So you want to make sure that way is closed, this way is open. And over here to the left, you got your gauge. You're empty, you're full, and over here is where they fill your undermount propane tank. Before you start to turn your appliances on, you want to make sure that the extractor is the first thing that you want to turn on. Over here to the right, you got your extractor and you got your hood light. So that's your hood light, and that is your extractor. And from there on, you can proceed. You can turn on your oven, your fryer, your griddle. You should be okay. Okay, so we're gonna start with the oven. What you want to do over here, since the gas line is already open, you want to lift it up. Make sure that will make sure that the gas is flowing through. It's an open gas line. Okay, so once the gas line is open, what you want to do, you should start hearing a little hiss. Get your lighter, and instantly light up the pilot. Once your pilot is activated, what you want to do is regulate it over here. Make sure that the flame falls shortly into the color blue. Once that is at that color, blue and small, now you have access to start up your hot plate. Okay, so in order to turn on the oven, what you want to do is you want to pump up here for like 30 seconds. Just keep pumping it. After you pump it after 30 seconds, what you want to do is hold it, and with the lighter, just light it up here down where the pilot is at. Okay, so this is the fryer. In order to access this, what you want to make sure is that the fryer valve is open. Down here, you will have a set of instructions on how to light the pilot, but I'm going to show you the quick step. What you want to do is in the off position. You want to make sure that it has this bold letter number, a bold letter L sticking out. What you want to do, you want that to align with these little dots up here. So once it's up there, you want to make sure you push the button a few times, just like the oven. And after a while, hold it, and you want to lit the pilot. After you lit the pilot, what you want to do is just turn it to the on position, and it should be ready with flames coming out of it, and you want to adjust your temperature. Okay, so once the griddle valve is open, you should start hearing a little hiss. Here you have your little regulator. What you want to do is with a little flathead, just adjust it. And once it is adjusted, what you want to do is get your pilot, extend it at an L shape, and you should have two little squares up here. What you want to do is ignite it, twist it to the right side, like at a 45-degree angle, and the pilot will instantly light up. Once it's lighting up, what you want to do is adjust the regulator and turn the flames down. And after you do that, just turn the valve right here to the left, and then we'll instantly turn a whole section of the griddle, and that should be one section. Over here to the right, you got your handle in case of the griddle fire or the range starts going crazy with the fire. You want to come here and instantly just pull on the little handle. It will instantly activate your fire suppression system, and it will instantly turn off anything that you got going on. Over here, you got your Type K extinguisher, your liquid extinguisher. This one is specifically for the fryer. The fryer starts going crazy with the oil or anything that you're using. This will be your go-to. Instantly turn it on. So once you got your AC breakers on, this is your AC, your rear AC, and the front one AC. What you want to do is you can adjust it to low heat, low fan. Okay, so here to the right, you will have your awning switch. You got your open. Press it once and it will do the work. Bring it back halfway and it will stop instantly. And the bottom is closed. It will do the work for you. Put it back in the middle and that's it.